Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 14th through the 20th. I am traveling this week, therefore there is a different little setup here, as you may notice, as you may see, and there might be a little bit more background noise, traffic noise. Please do bear with me. I am on the road, as I said. Next week we'll be back to normal, but we're going to connect and see what messages are coming up here for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. We do have a full moon in Virgo happening on the 18th. So we're going to see how those full moon vibes might be affecting Capricorn, or what might they be bringing in for Capricorn. You might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned, which is just fine. You're going to find it whenever you were meant to find it, whenever it was time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, it's a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, so take what does and leave what doesn't. First card coming up here for Capricorn is the Queen of Wands. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign person. If you have a fire sign placement, there can be big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life, or you may be focusing on those areas of your life or in those houses. Fire sign is going to be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Now, the Queen of Wands comes up for me a lot of the times when we're going to be experiencing anger, or a lot of anger is coming to the surface. We are coming into the full moon on the 18th, and at the time of the full moon, we can have a lot of emotions coming to the surface because it's a time of release. So Capricorn, some of you may be releasing anger, but here's the beautiful thing about the Queen of Wands. One of the things I've noticed over the years reading for people, when she gets angry, she's getting angry because her eyes are opening up to realizing how much she brings to the table and how much other people benefit from having her around. So you may begin to see, or you may begin to realize, you might start doing the math in your head, and you might be like, man, over the years, I have made my bosses or the companies I work for, I've made them a ton of money, right? Or I've really done a lot for people in different situations in my life, or helped them out. I've done a lot to help them, and when I speak up and I need something, it's like tumbleweeds and crickets. And so a lot of you may be getting very kind of fed up with that, and you're like, I know what I bring to the table, I know what I have to offer, and I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to settle for less, and I am going to get what I deserve. So the Queen of Wands oftentimes for me comes up when you decide to take your gifts and your talents and to put them to use for yourself, and to make that money for yourself, or you decide to reach out for a better job, a job that's going to pay you what you're worth. And because you're so angry, because you're so fed up, you find that progress, or you reach that goal in a very short period of time. So not only is the Queen of Wands for me anger coming to the surface, you're using the anger wisely. You're using it to build or to create instead of to destroy or to go after anybody, right? Queen of Wands doesn't have time for that drama. She doesn't have time for, pettiness or trying to get back at anybody or arguing. She's like, life is short. I know what I deserve. I'm going to go out and get what I deserve. And my life, my living is going to be the best revenge, right? I don't have time to deal with anybody. And so you may be focusing on yourself or on your goals. You might be very motivated right now as you're working on yourself and your goals, and specifically on finding opportunities that are giving you what you deserve, right? That are paying you your worth. The next card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Hierophant. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, because Hierophant is associated with the astrological sign of Taurus. If you have a Taurus placement, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. Now, the Hierophant is a major arcana card. Anytime the major arcana cards come up, we're coming into a new chapter in our life, a defining moment, Okay, so even though I'm reading for the 14th through the 20th, this is energy that's going to be around for a while. Okay, and the hierophant is about principles, priorities, belief systems, commitment. It can also sometimes be associated with marriage. If you feel that you have been blocked in your commitment, or you feel that you have a fear of commitment, or you feel like healthy relationships or marriage has been an area in which you feel blocked, this is something that you'll be releasing in the Virgo full moon. Whatever's been blocking you or slowing you down, you will be releasing these things. Now, I am going to say this. I feel like a lot of you are also releasing fear in this Virgo full moon energy. What a lot of people don't realize is the full moon is a time of release. And as we're healing, as we're ascending, as we're evolving, we will release a lot of things naturally. Even if we don't know how to do any kind of like full moon ceremony. Or like, I don't know how to meditate, or I don't know any full moon release ceremonies. Even if you don't know those things, we still naturally release. We still naturally let go of things as we're ready to let go of things. And so the fact that we have the hierophant coming up here, Capricorn, makes me feel like a lot of you are also going to be releasing fears that have been holding you back. And I'm not saying this out of judgment. I'm not saying this in a condescending way. I've talked about it in the previous Capricorn readings, and I have a lot of compassion and a lot of sympathy for Capricorn, because you guys have been through a really rough decade. Some of you even longer than that. So you guys, Capricorn has been through hell, right? And so you've been afraid. You've been afraid to make decisions. You've been afraid to make plans because it's been such stormy seas, stormy waters for you guys. But when the hierophant comes up, it's spirit saying you need to make your decisions right now based on faith and not on fear. Belief in yourself, belief in the universe, belief in what you believe to be the right thing to do, your priorities, your principles, to take that stand. And so a lot of you Capricorns are going to be releasing that fear that you've developed over the past decade because you got burned so many times. A lot of you are finally going to be able to let go of that fear and to live your life in your power again, and to live your life confident in making decisions based on your faith, based on your beliefs, based on your priorities, based on your principles, and not decisions out of fear, right? Sometimes we want to play it safe, but we don't want to play it too safe to the point where we're really limiting ourselves or caging ourselves in. And some of you have been doing that out of habit, because every time you try to come up, you would get punched down, you would get knocked down. So you've really been kind of like, crouching down and staying small. You don't have to do that anymore. That time is over. That time is past. And so a lot of you are going to be releasing the fear that has been holding you back. And a lot of you are getting more clear about what you do believe. There's a lot of illusions that are being lifted at this time, right? We're seeing through the illusion. We're going through a massive paradigm shift. We're coming into that age of enlightenment, right? We're coming out of a dark ages into a new renaissance, into a new period of light. So Capricorn, as you're beginning to see more clearly, your beliefs are also adjusting. Your alliances are also adjusting. And as you make your decisions based upon that, you're going to find yourself making some really solid friendships. You're going to find yourself making some really solid partnerships. You're going to find yourself aligning with soul family. You're going to find yourself making partnerships and friendships and romantic relationships that have a nice, solid foundation that are going to last the test of time, instead of being built upon superficial things or happenstance. The next card coming up for Capricorn is the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. I love this. Look at this beautiful earth energy coming in back to back. You guys are really feeling the Virgo earth vibes here, right? This full moon in Virgo is going to be all about stability, security, the home. And Queen of Pentacles tells us you guys are feeling those vibes. You're absorbing it. You're sucking it up. You're enjoying it. This full moon in Virgo will move a lot of us to pay attention to our physical health and to clear away clutter. And both of those things are things that I associate with the Queen of Pentacles. Those of you who watch my weekly forecast, you've heard me say this before. When the Queen of Pentacles comes up, Queen of Pentacles, for me, when she comes up in a reading, she tells me a couple of things. Number one, a lot of the time she comes up to give us reassurance or encouragement that we will be successful, that we will gain control of our finances, that we will do well in our career or in our financial endeavors, and that we will have an upgrade in our living situation, or we will acquire property or land. We will be able to hold on to that. We will be able to have that for ourselves. She also comes up to tell me in my readings that physical self-care is very crucial right now. It's really, really important that you pay attention to your physical self-care. And I don't mean physical self-care in terms of upkeep. I don't mean it like looking a certain way. I mean it in terms of really taking care of yourself physically, taking care of your environment and taking care of your body. Making your home or your space or your room or the corner of wherever place you might be staying, whatever is your space, taking that and making it your sanctuary. Clearing away clutter. Clearing away anything you haven't used. If you haven't used it in a year, it's time for it to go. If it's something that can be donated, donate it. If it's something that you might repurpose and turn into something else, then by all means, go ahead and do that. Renew that energy. If it's something that needs to be thrown away, throw it away. If there are things around you that you can't get rid of, but they make you very sad, maybe there's family photos, or maybe there's like gifts or things that have been passed down to you that when you see that it makes you sad, but you can't exactly go and, give it to the pawn shop, or you can't exactly, go and donate it to like the Salvation Army. That there might be things that have been passed down in the family or photos that you can't necessarily get rid of, and I understand that. But maybe that stuff can be boxed up and put away somewhere where you don't have to see it. Don't put it under your bed. You don't want that energy near you draining you. Maybe you're going to put it in a closet somewhere, or you might want to put it in a nice storage bin, like a nice thick storage bin, to make sure that you're not going to have any rodents, get to it, or, go relieve themselves on it, because then you're going to feel terrible if something happens to it. So maybe you want to put it like in a secure bin or something where nothing can get into it, and you might want to put it in like a back room, or like in a back closet, or in storage somewhere, where you don't have to see it because it's making you sad. You're keeping it safe, you're keeping it protected because it has value, but it doesn't have to be in your face all the time. Now, also here, physical self-care, making sure you're getting good quality sleep. Maybe have a nighttime routine where you're winding down at the end of the night. Maybe you want to do a white light meditation and some cord cutting. Maybe you want to put on a nighttime playlist to like relax. Maybe you want to do your aromatherapy and some candles and some music. Maybe you want to do a bubble bath and a nice hot shower, pajamas, lotions, bed sheets that feel good on the skin. Anything that you can do to make it feel good to be in your physical body. Your morning coffee or your morning tea. Make it a little routine for yourself. Enjoy it. Savor it. Listen to the birds chirping. Maybe have a special place where you sit and enjoy it, or listen to your morning music, or do your morning journaling, or whatever you do to just make it something fancy for yourself. Present your meals to yourself the way that you would a guest. If you have a guest coming over, You're not gonna, burn a piece of toast and hand it to them and tell them to eat it over the trash can and try not to get crumbs anywhere. You might make them toast, but you're gonna make it in a nice way. You're gonna put it in a plate. You're gonna present it to them. Maybe you're gonna give them some jam or some peanut butter with it. Maybe you're gonna give them some fresh fruit with it. Maybe you're gonna scramble an egg and give it to them. Do the same thing for yourself. Do the same thing for yourself. Hospitality towards yourself in your home. This helps you to realize how much you have. It helps you to realize that you deserve to receive. It creates a sense of worthiness. It creates a sense of abundance. And that brings more abundance into your life. And it helps you to feel rested. It helps you to feel taken care of. It raises your vibration. It raises your frequency. So physical self-care is crucial for you right now, Capricorn. And making your home as comfortable and as enjoyable as possible is crucial for you right now. In your healing, in your ascending, in your manifesting. Okay? Some of you are trying to manifest a relocation, or you feel stuck in a living situation or living arrangement. Maybe some of you are adults and you keep ending up living with siblings again, or you keep ending up moving back home and living with your parents again. You're like, when am I going to get out of this? You have to create a sense of comfort so that you can go to the next place with a sense of comfort and a sense of stability. You have to create that within yourself, and then you will rise up to the right place. Otherwise, we're constantly on the run. We're constantly in this gypsy energy. Okay? Think about that, pray about that, meditate about that. But this is a way that a lot of you are going to be able to break out of that cycle. The next card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a card having to do with boundaries. Okay? And making decisions that are going to make sense for you. Not making decisions out of fear or guilt or feeling sorry for anybody else, or because somebody else is gaslighting you. Queen of Swords is very smart. She has her logic. She knows what she knows. She's not going to be, swayed away from that. And so there can be a lot here with the Queen of Swords as far as boundaries and not letting people come in and pull you off from what you're trying to do, or distract you, or sabotage you. Queen of Swords, she suffered a lot. She's had to work very hard to get to where she is. So she doesn't have a lot of patience. She doesn't have time. She doesn't have patience. She may even come off as somebody who's not very compassionate. But she doesn't have that luxury. Because she's had to heal from a lot of things. She's had to overcome a lot of challenges. She's tired. She just wants to get things done, and she doesn't have time for riffraff. She doesn't have time for riffraff. Some of you are dealing with someone who's trying to pull you into a different direction, and you're like, look, I was doing good. I was accomplishing a lot of things. I'm headed in this direction. You keep trying to pull me in another direction. Either you need to stop and help me and support me in the direction that I'm going, or you need to go. You need to get cut off. Some of you are having to give that kind of ultimatum with somebody. Like, either you make yourself useful and you help me towards what I'm trying to do, or you get the heck out of my life. I don't have time for this. I don't have patience for this. Queen of Swords also comes up when time management is really important. You might have people that are taking a lot of your time, or you have to kind of examine what you're doing with your time. You may have to eliminate distractions. If you're feeling really stressed out, if you're feeling really buried, if you're feeling there's a lot of things you need to get done, you might be needing to look at how you're budgeting your time. And maybe some of this might include turning off your phone, or not being so available to other people. You might have people coming in and robbing you of your time. So protecting your time, protecting your space, staying focused, staying on target, staying on your path, and not giving in to the distractions. And this is leading you to stability and security. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you click on the link in the description of this video, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Love videos for March are linked in the description. April love videos will be up soon. Keep an eye out for those. And every single day I've been doing a card of the day, a daily message. A lot of people have found very helpful. Be sure to check those out as well. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, Capricorn, and I hope to see you all in the daily card pull comments as well. Take care and be well, my dears. Bye-bye.